Hi, this is Lori from the Pink Girly channel, and this is my April uh, recording for the group called hashtag Second Saturday Stash slash 7. And Maria's Miscellany has gathered 7 ladies, and we've given each other prompts, and we're going to do a project according to what prompts we receive for each month. So this is April 2022, and our prompts this month are from APG Jamie. I have them written out here. See if I can get my camera to, there we go. And we're to use a stamp, either bought or homemade, a stick from your yard, a piece of ribbon, scrap papers, self photo, a quote or some words, and the color green. Now, I did go out in the yard and look for a stick, but my husband just did some yard work. So everything's all cleaned up and neat and orderly, so I don't have the stick. But what I thought I'd do today is work on a page in my granddaughter's journal that I'm building for her. I'm just doing some art pages in a composition book. She's 6, soon to be 7, and so I thought I'd do a page in her book. So I've just gathered some things. I guess a couple of these things you could take 2 ways. Now, stamp, I'm assuming she means this kind of a stamp, but I guess you could use a postage stamp too, and because you could make those yourself. So I got some postage stamps. I've got some rubber stamps. And then with scrap paper, you could have a piece of scrap paper or scrap papers. So I just pulled out a variety of things, and I'll see if I can get this page going. A piece of ribbon. My granddaughter's favorite color is yellow, so I had that sitting handy. So I grabbed that. I've got some words. I'm just going to put a few of these things up out of my way. And in her book, it's just a little composition book. I think I picked this up like at Walmart. I scrape off different colors when I have extra paint. So this is kind of a golden green. So that's one of my prompts, to use the color green. And what I was thinking is I would stamp around the outside edge with this little heart. I think she'll like this. So that's where I'm going to start. Now, Maria is encouraging everyone who might watch to play along. And she has on her channel, if you go and look at Maria's Miscellany, you will see where you can follow the prompts. Am I in screen? There we go. And then upload your projects so we can all have a look. Now, isn't that fun? So I'm just kind of going crazy here with this stamp. Just kind of fill in some of this white space. My granddaughter's name is Charlotte. And I think she will love this. Now, I also like script writing. As far as stamps go, I just love it. So I'm going to do that. I have my French script Stampin' Up! Stamp. Of course, it's a very big block, but I'm only going to ink a portion of it, and I'm going to put some of this in my background. And I'm really not too concerned if I get a real good stamp, because I just want it as a background. So I'm just going to give this a little press. And it's very faint, which that's fine with me. I'm going to add some more ink here. I'm just using the center of the stamp because I don't want it to look real squared off wherever I might get my impression. So I'm going to put some off to the side here, and I'll show you this close up in a minute. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see if we can get a nice, can you see that? See, it just gives a nice little look to your background. So I think that's good. Now, I don't like to have my picture taken. I really don't like it at all. But what I did do is I took a picture of my eye. And I just got this new little gadget. I'm not sure how well I like it yet. I'm just learning how to use it. It's called a pulley printer. So what I did was I took a picture of my eye, and I don't know if that's a little cheat or not, but I'm going to use this as a photo of myself, and I'm going to add that to this project here in Charlotte's book. Now let's see. I think I want to trim this off a little bit, and hopefully I can still peel that because it's a sticker paper. This is sticker paper. Now, I did order some additional paper, but I'm not sure what I ordered as sticker. I think it might just be regular paper, but we'll see. So before I get that backing off, I want to trim this. Get all that little white sticker paper off, and we'll see how this goes. I might have to get an X-Acto knife. This kind of usually works better for me if I take an X-Acto. Now you have to be careful because you don't want to cut yourself. But I try to get that X-Acto knife. And some of these blades are a little thinner than others, but if you can get in between the paper and the sticker, it usually works pretty well. Of course, when you're recording, not so much, huh? All right, this is going to be up. Here we go. I think I've got it. Of course, having no fingernails right now doesn't really help me, does it? Maybe I should have started this off camera. Oh, the things you don't think of. Now, I know I've got it separated there, and I just can't seem to grab a hold of the... That's got pretty good stick to it, though, I'll say that. All right, let's see here. Wowzer, wowzer. That really is got a good stick. All right, let's see. Maybe I'll put my eye right here. All right. Now, I thought it might be kind of cool. I saw this in my scraps. It's just a piece of business reply envelope. So I thought that might look cool because on the list, Jamie has scrap papers, and I think this would qualify. So let's just see how this looks. You know, you're kind of looking through, my eye is kind of peering through the looking glass. It might be a little odd, but I kind of like it. I'm just thinking I might want to ink my edges there. Let me see. Let me see what I have here. I've got some gathered twig. A Tim Holtz oxide ink. And let me just put a little color on the edge of my paper here. I'm an inker. I like to have my edges inked. And if you don't want to get the mess on the project that you're working on, just put down a piece of scrap paper. That works really great. All right, let's put that aside. Okay, I think that looks kind of cool. Get out some glue. And I'm going to put this down. I can't believe it's April already. I know we all say the same thing. I don't think kids so much, but as an adult, it's like, oh my goodness. The days just keep going by quicker and quicker. All right, so I'm just using a white glue that I keep in this little needle nose applicator bottle. You just want to make sure you always recap that because that needle nose gets clogged. It's really not pleasant to try to get that unclogged. Okay, so let's see. Where's my list? All right, so I used my stamp. I've got the color green. And this is Scrap Papers, Self Photo. I think I want to add some other scrap papers here. I like these little bees. I think of bees as busy little bees. So I think I'm just going to... Now this is a heavier cardstock, which that's okay. I was going to get out a punch, but I didn't. So I think I'm just going to tear some of this. And then I was doing a project with some graphic 45 paper, which also was bee themed. So this is a yellow striped. Oh, I always tear it the wrong way. I want those kind of rustic torn edges. And I'm going to ink this edge as well. This one I'm going to ink a little differently. I'm just going to hold it up, I believe, and see if I can get some nice color on this. And this I'm just putting the ink on my applicator sponge. I think I might want this a little darker. So I'm going to get my scrap paper again. Now, the gathered twig is not a particularly dark color of ink oxide, so I'm not going to get a tremendous contrast, but a little bit. So I think I'm going to put that here. And I think I'd be better served if I used some black to ink my black and yellow striped paper. And I usually have a little different type stamp pad handy, but of course I don't see that today. If you use, yeah, that's not going to work. If you get one of the cheaper stamp pads that has the foam, you can get them for like $1. Well, it used to be $1. Might be $1.25 now. Yeah, the color box. Let's see, that's blue. That's not really going to help me. I don't know if the archival, but usually I find that if your ink pad is foam, you can really ink your edges very nicely. Oh, this is working okay though, because it's like a foam stamp. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I wonder how it would look if I put a stamped heart on here. That looks cute, right? So I'm going to put that, I think, there. Now, if you're doing some kind of a layout like this, you may want to lay your pieces down and see where you like things before you glue. And then if you can, take a picture with your cell phone. And then you can remember where your pieces are, where you laid them down. Especially if you're working on a bigger spread. Now, I have these little, I think these are a Tim Holtz product, and they're a nice little heavier chipboard. But see, if I put this in my book, let's see. It's not too bad. I was thinking about peeling off that top layer, but maybe I'll leave them as is. Now I'm going to ink these as well. Now Maria doesn't say we have to use everything on the list that we're given for the month, but it is a little bit, it's more of a challenge and kind of fun to use as many as you can. So on this page, I want to say to my granddaughter, remember this, creativity takes courage. Okay. And in this book, I'm putting tabs and I'm going to put some lace and different things so stuff sticks out the edges of her pages. So I think if I have enough here, I'm going to make a bow. And I think I might leave the bow dangle out the bottom of the page. Now, this is a very small piece of ribbon, but I think I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. She just loves yellow. So we'll see how that looks. Now, I think we can also use some other things that aren't on the list to finish out our pages. That looks like a cute little bow, right? So let me get a pair of scissors and I'm going to trim just a little bit off of the bottom. I'm going to turn my hot glue gun on real quick. I was going to do that earlier. Got distracted. Now I want some to dangle out the bottom of the page. Eck. Not cloth scissors. That's a bummer. So let's see if my Timmy scissors, I do love my Timmy scissors. Let's see, let's be super crazy here and make sure my points are going the same way. I should have ironed my ribbon, but I did not. Now, it might be better if I used my hot glue on the heavier pieces of the chipboard stuff here. But I'm just going to use my regular white glue on these pieces. And just noticed that my bumblebees are upside down, so I'm going to flip that around. You were probably thinking, turn your paper over, turn your paper over. Thank you for that. And then I'm going to add this piece. And I had that somewhere like that. And then I'm going to add these stamps because I like them. I think they look cute. I think they'll look cute on the page. And then I'm covered, whether it was supposed to be a rubber stamp or a postage stamp. I think I got this in Happy Mail or on an envelope as part of Happy Mail. I'm not sure, but I really think they're cute. See, it looks like I closed that right up quick. I love these needle nose glue applicators, but some of them are a little more fiddly than others. And this one seems to clog quite easily. So I always try to remember to pop that right back on. All right, so I think I had this down here like this. Now I really want the hot glue for my chipboard words and for my ribbon. But I also like to be able to put some kind of color edging around my page so that your eye is kind of drawn to the center. So I am going to take out my distress crayons and see what, well, see, how about we use green because I'm supposed to use the color green. Now I've got two greens here. I think I like that green better. This one is called Rustic Wilderness. Woohoo! All right, so let's get that going. And what I'm going to do is just rub a little bit around my edge of my page. And this will be fun to tell Charlotte when we look at the book what I did and why I created this page. Now you could use a damp finger, a baby wipe, a brush. I'm going to use a baby wipe. I have those right here while I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up. And I'm going to just softly moisten this with my, let's move it up here so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just creating a little bit of an edge to give my page just some color so that my eye is drawn to the center where all the cool stuff is. Now you can use different colors if you were going to do something like this. And just keep moving that baby wipe around. But I'm just using green today because that was one of our prompts. Now this doesn't take very long, right? So if you think, oh yeah, that's all well and good, but I don't have that kind of time, you don't have to get as involved, and it really doesn't take too much to do a page like this. And if you are doing some arting and you have an envelope or a little box where you can throw in some scraps, and then you can open your composition book and quickly do a page, it really doesn't take much time at all. All right, let's see if I have my glue gun heated up. Now I'm going to put up here, remember this, and then I'm going to put my creativity down here. Maybe I'll do them straight like that, and then I'm going to put my ribbon on. All right, it looks like we're good to go. Overlapping things makes your page, I think, look more interesting. So I like to overlap. Certainly you can get more involved if you have more time. But I think this is turning out really sweet. Now I'm going to put my ribbon down at the bottom. Just going to fuss with it a little. Oh, that's the back. Okay. Just going to fuss with it a little bit. Now this book is getting chunkier and chunkier. But I think she'll love it. I got a little extra hot glue there I'm going to take off. Now I'm going to date this because I won't remember to tell my granddaughter when I did it. And today is April 9th. So down here I'm just going to put 4/9/22. I'll remember why I did it. I just won't remember when I did it. So this is my page for my hashtag second Saturday /7. And this is a page for my granddaughter's journal. And the prompt items are from our APG Jamie, which were Now I have a list here somewhere, folks. Here we go. A stamp, either bought or homemade. A stick from the yard, which really would look cute on this page, but my husband's just got everything all cleaned up. A ribbon, which we have our yellow ribbon. Scraps of paper. A self photo. Quote or words in the color green. I'm good to go. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Can't wait to see the other videos. And if you're not part of the 7, why don't you try these prompts? And then check out Maria's YouTube page, Maria's Miscellany, and let us see what you've come up with, these prompts. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Maria. I'll see you all next month. Take care. Bye-bye.